we're going to be doing a reaction. This is from Alicia Renice, the artist page. If you haven't checked out her channel, go ahead and do that. This specific video is called America is Violent. And so we're going to just react to it. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and leave us a comment.
The currency in America is not just the bodies of people, but the soul. Like, it's the currency in America is the soul. Souls are literally being destroyed and sucked.
Sorry, I was laughing at you. That's crazy. Okay, I know. Sorry, y'all. We had technical difficulty, and then we just had an epiphany about what it was. So
the life out of, right? Like, the country needs to consume people, their dreams, their hopes, their visions, their gifts, their talents, in order to thrive and survive, and not just their bodies. I was thinking about, I was praying this morning and thinking about how this country is so violent. Like, everything about this country is violent. Violence is the foundation of America. Violence is the foundation of America. Listen to our song, our national anthem. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. And it's about a flag.
That's crazy.
Like, oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light, right? Like, it's about a flag. It's not even about people. It's about a flag. And it's about the murder of people. It's violent when you think about, like, fireworks on 4th of July. This is supposed to be mirroring and giving an example of what the bombs look like during, you know, the, what do you call it? 1776 event. Because I know a lot of people, oh, it's Independence Day. Who was independent, right? But, like it's supposed to mirror that. And we celebrate and we're like, oh my God, and we cheer and like, oh my God, it's so good, it's so wonderful. And I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I think it's really creative. It's like, there's art to it, but upon reflecting, it's like, we're really programmed and conditioned from birth to be violent. And then wonder why our country is so violent. And then wonder why, like, we have so much violence in our inner cities, and you want to make it an issue of, like, people's morals and ethics. It's like, no, we live in a violent country. Violence is the currency. Violence is the way. Violence is the way that we get our way, right? Like, violence is it.
And you know what's so crazy? Sorry, I just have a little thing. And if you want to pause this at any time, you can. But she was saying that, like, we're programmed from birth, basically, and that's very true. Like, from little kids, probably not, like, birth is probably an exaggeration, but, like, from being little kids, and being forced to.
We still see.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, being forced to, like, say the Pledge of Allegiance. We don't really know what it is. We're saying, like, basically, like, we're swearing this oath to this flag and to this country, and then you know, being, like, expelled or suspended if you refuse. Bro. Unless you're a Jehovah's Witness, and then like, saying the national anthem, the fact that everyone has to stand, like, it's like everyone is, like, if you don't, people are staring at you, just like, or like, knowing when you're in school, like, if you're not, like, your options are go to college after, like, high school, you know, have a scholarship, or go join the military after school. Like, it's not taught to us that we have a choice beyond that. But anyway, that just came across my mind whenever she said that. But then, like, the symbolism of the flag, like, the parts of the flag, I don't remember exactly how it is, so I'm not gonna, like, try to go over that right now. But I feel like there's a part of the symbolism of the flag that is that represents, like, fallen soldiers or something. I'm about to look this up really quick.
Okay, why do you do that? So when you said, like, being expelled for not saying, like, the not Pledge of Allegiance or whatever, I swear in Miss Brewer's class, I don't know if you remember, but like, she had to force me every morning. We were saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and I used to do this shit on purpose, but I used to not understand, like, what the fuck does this mean? Y'all making it say, but y'all not explaining to us exactly what it means. So I used to get in trouble because I used to not say the Pledge of Allegiance. Like, I didn't want to, period. I didn't want to. And then I would just stand there. I would get in trouble because I'm not putting my hand over my heart. Like, all kind of stuff. All through school, actually. Almost every grade I was in, where they made us say it, I got in trouble because I refused to say it. I didn't even know why I refused to say it. I just didn't. I didn't know what it meant, so what the fuck I'm saying it for? Like, I was just that type of kid. Super rebellious, but like standing in my own truth. Like, you know, I really don't know what this means. Like, you're telling me, but like not understanding how that correlates with who I am. So I used to get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I mean, I used to say it without a problem. It's just, I did always wonder, like, why. And it's so crazy because, okay, so I found that it's like the 13 original colonies and all this other stuff. Anyway, I can't find what I was looking for, but I used to always wonder, like, because I never knew when I was in school. Well, okay, I did know because I had one teacher who was a Jehovah's Witness, and she didn't say that. She stood, but she never put her hand over the heart for the Pledge of Allegiance, and she never said it. And I never knew why. And people used to call her a devil worshiper or atheist, I guess. But, and I mean, of course, kids don't know nothing about Jehovah's Witness. Most of the time, they don't know what that is. But I never knew why she didn't say it. And I was just like wondering, like, why people would say she was a devil worshiper. And that's the extreme that is taught to children, though. Like, children think that if you do not pledge the allegiance to a flag, because there's a part that says under God, that's an oath. When you're in court and you raise your hand, there's a part in the oath that says under God, or on this Bible, or whatever you solemnly swear, or whatever it is, you know, you're swearing. It's an oath. It's a pledge, literally a pledge of allegiance to the flag, literally. And people don't realize that we literally teach kids that growing up, you have to stand strong for this flag, and it creates so much anger and animosity unknowingly. Like, kids didn't know that they were being assholes or being ugly towards her. They just thought, okay, this is right, you're supposed to be doing this, or you are a devil worshiper. But anyway, yeah.
So when people act surprised to be like, oh, why is there so much violence in there? It's like, because this country is violent. It was founded upon violence. The way that this country got its resources, the way that this country built its economy, violence. Like, literally, y'all stole and used weapons, like biological warfare, to kill the people here. Like, this is not the American way. What are you talking about? You have all of these people losing their lives and the taking of lives of people talking about, oh, this is not the America I remember or imagine. It's like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all are lying. You all are lying, and you're being disingenuous. Like, you are. You're being disingenuous. Because we all know one thing America is violent. One thing America is violent. And it needs violence to thrive. It needs violence to thrive. Like, think about it. Again, the foundation of this country is violence. It's violence. It's the stealing of bodies, the stealing of resources, the taking of lives of people, right?
Crazy,
like
bro.
that's the foundation of this country. The stealing bodies from other continents. First of all, taking the lives of people here, already here, enslaving them. Then it's like, oh, we're working them too hard. Let's get other people from other continents, bring them here, use their bodies to build our economic system, our wealth, our resources, right? Like, let's use them. Let's enslave them. And then you have the foundation of this country. If the foundation is enslavement, our jobs mirror that. Think about it. Like,
before she goes to this part, I had this, like, I like, even thinking about it, I can't believe it took me so long to figure that out. Like,
What she said?
yes, like, I literally just found that out, like, just thinking one day a couple years ago. And I was just like, this land is literally, like, this land is stolen. This land is trauma. Like, this land is so tarnished. And it's like America can't get right because of the trauma.
I was just about to say that. The karma that is built. First of all,
the foundation.
Yes, exactly. So there's not great. It's not gonna be great as a whole because of the things that keep happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know bad shit happens everywhere, but I'm talking about just like.
Yeah,
continuous. It still holds karma. So the people that live here, we all deal with the America's trauma too. Like, the trauma that's happening on the land. You think that just, like, like, disappears? No, it stays, and it's gonna go through us, through our children, through, whatever.
And it's not, okay, like, it's not that, I mean, America's not the worst place in the world. America's by far not.
But we talk about America, though.
Yeah, we are talking about America, but I'm just saying America's not the worst place. There are worse conditions. There are, we don't have it the worst. But since we only know America, it's okay, and it's necessary for people to speak up about it, because it's like some kind of, like, it's like we just act like it doesn't exist. Like, this is real. America really is a violent country, and we have to hold America accountable. Like, it's like any other country would be outraged at the state of America. Any other country would, be standing 10 toes down behind making their country a better place. And I'm not talking about, getting it back, like restoring America, because really you can't restore anything that's built on a rocky foundation. You cannot do that.
Nope.
It literally has to change. It has to change. Not saying that it will ever in this lifetime, but it does need to, and that's just accountability.
They can fire you at will. Like, these jobs don't care nothing about you. They're like, you're literally working for hire. Like, they're telling you that $15 an hour is what your life is worth.
Motherfucking pause. What she just said, bro. Even if it ain't $15, even if it's $30, whatever it is, our lives, if you know the value of yourself, it is priceless. I know we all gotta have jobs and things like that, but the choices that we don't have when we're working, it's like you miss a day or some shit like that. Like, little stuff. I'm about to write you up. Like, little shit like that. Like, if you got emergencies and things like that, like, and then the stress that come with jobs too. Like, stress is a silent killer. Like, I think I seen something just like the other day where, it was probably a few weeks ago, where it said that in America, not in the other countries, but here, stress is the number one killer.
Oh, I also want to point out, like, okay, so as kids, we are, like, we are more likely to go to jobs that are like in the hospitality industry, like food, restaurants, stuff like that. So we're like working and we're on our feet all day or whatever. So then eventually we get to the point where obviously we're like, okay, I'm getting too old for these restaurant jobs or standing on my feet all the time. I want to have a like grown person or adult, office job or something. But with the office jobs, I feel like a part of me feels like, okay, if you think about it, when you worked in a restaurant, you had one job. You had a job title that consisted of 4 to 5 job duties, right? But when you go to a desk job, it's like, this is your job title, but you're responsible for so much more. And it's like, even if you, like, people underestimate desk workers because you might work at a desk with a laptop or a computer or whatever, or, be on a phone in a call center or something, but you are probably stressing more than you are working face-to-face with consumers. Like, seriously, it is stressful. And then not only that, you're looking and you're damaging your eyes. You're always looking at that radiation. But there's so much more than it's a lot. It takes a big toll on your body too, from sitting there. There's just so many different aspects. Like, even to where there's laws that literally say that you have to get up from your desk it's mandatory for you to have certain amount of breaks every couple hours or whatever. Like, there's a reason for that, and there's a reason for things. It's a lot, but just saying, like, if you think about it, we also underestimate those kind of jobs, because these, like, we might think that those jobs are better for us mentally, physically, blah blah blah, but in reality they kind of put us, yeah, they might not be. I think I was thinking about that the other day, but yeah.
They tell you that $15 an hour is what your life is worth. Not that you're priceless, not that you're important, but no, like, an hour of your life that you can never get back is worth, in a lot of cases, less than $15 an hour. And we just take it. It's normal because we've normalized violence against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to work you into a pulp, right? Grind you up into a pulp so that I'm taking all of your wealth, all of your vitality, all your time away from your people. So you have no time to build community. You have no time to seek self, to seek healing. Right?
I want to add this real quick, because she said work you to a pulp, you have no time for family, blah, blah, blah. I was talking to my mom not too long ago about how I want to retire, like, in my 30s. And I was like, Mom, like, I was trying to tell her, like, you should have been able to retire, but I know from the way that things are set up, it wasn't able to be done for you. And she was like, what? You need to retire when you like 60, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yo, like, I feel like she's brainwashed, because you don't have to wait that long to retire. Like, how you gonna wait that long to retire, and when you retire, you can't even enjoy your retirement time because your body broke down. Like, no, like, you should be able to retire when you're young. You can still work and be retired, you feel me? Like, do, like, you know what I'm saying, little work, whatever. But, like, nah, man, it's embedded into a lot of people's heads that you gotta wait until you old to retire, and that is just not the way to go, bro.
Yeah, it just, to me, is really sad. Like, and I didn't realize that. That's another thing that I didn't realize until, like, a couple of years ago. I used to be such a workaholic, and then like, realizing that, like, I'm not benefiting from this. Like, nothing's gonna happen. Like, nothing is going to reward me at the end of this. Like, I don't want to work until I'm 65, and I will not work until I'm 65. That's not gonna happen. But I don't understand, like, how did you come up with this age? Like, who said, and maybe there's a reason for it, but who said that at 65 that's a great time to start your life? Like, who said that?
Crazy, bro.
And why?
A slave
because
master?
It's enslavement. That is literally what it is. It's like, okay, give me the best of you, and the rest you can have.
And I might
and
give
it's
you
like
10 years.
what?
You can have 10. You can have 10 years.
Because the average life expectancy for, hold on, let me see something. Average life expectancy, USA. Okay.
I bet you 74.
All right. So
75.
for men it's 75, and wait, hold on. No, for women it's 75. For men it's 70. So you're telling me I have 5, maybe 10 years to live after my retirement, because I've worked my ass to the bone. Like, I literally have worked myself until I have only 5 to 10 years left once I stop. Because guess what? Once you're working because we start working maybe when we're like 15, so 65, so that's 50 years that we're working. You're working so much that once you get to a point where you retire, that means relaxing. Whenever you are getting to the point that you're able to relax, your body does not know what to do, and it shuts down. So you're literally, your body's like, what am I doing? Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't know what to do. It stops functioning, and people get to the point where, okay, I've worked 50 years. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sit. And then they sit and watch TV, and they do all the things that they wish they could do all those years. And because they're just sitting there, their body stops learning how to be mobile. They start losing their memory. Like, there's certain things. It's just it's sick.
I was just about to say that. Like, I feel sick hearing this, bro.
Yeah, it's really sick. Hold on. We might not play this whole video because the video is 35 minutes long, but y'all can go watch the rest of the video on her thing. We're gonna probably go through like 5 to 10 more minutes, but I'm just saying that it's a long video and we've already been recording a long time, so yeah.
Oh, remember we getting some of this out though.
I know, but I'm just saying it was just probably like 8 minutes, so yeah.
Right? And I'm going to make healthcare so inaccessible that even if you do have issues that you need to work on, you can't work on it because you don't have the resources, nor do you have the time. When I think back about my ancestors and things like that, I've been doing a lot of research on my ancestors because I've been building my family tree. And so a lot of my ancestors died from heart attacks, stroke, cancers, just very violent things happening to the body because we live in a violent system. Because we live in a system where they weren't able to take care of themselves. And then, with what little scraps they had to make a feast. So we're consuming foods that are not good for us. We're consuming content that is distracting, or consuming alcohol, cigarettes, these kind of things that provide just a little solace, a little vacation, right? From this hard system we live in. Why do you think addiction is so high in this country? People are miserable. Like, why do you think violence is so high in this country? Because this country is violent. The systems are violent. The companies we work for are violent. They don't care. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if you have a death in your family. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care. They're worried about the dollar. What's here? Oh, that's sweet. He's carrying her purse for her inside the store. But what's real here is money. They don't care nothing about people. They don't care nothing about bodies. Nothing. And we're surprised when violent acts happen.
Okay, that's one thing I want to mention. Okay. Okay. Okay, she's talking about health and stuff, but I'm saying the thing that I was going to point out is there are people who have children that go to actual offices to work, and when their children are sick, or they get sent home from school or something like that, and the employee needs to leave, there are actually jobs that will say, well, just bring your child here. It's not because they care about your child. It's because they want you to be working. It's not because they care about your child. Stop thinking that your child is like so welcomed and so loved at this job. They really just care. You're a number. They care about you making whatever easier for them. It's not well, they're welcome here, just bring them here so you don't have to worry about it or you don't lose pay. Like, they don't care. They would be happy to not pay you, but they also don't want to lose the amount, the coverage for the workload they have. So I just want y'all to see like the other side of that, because I've been in management. I've seen both sides, and I don't know, people think that that's just such a luxury, and it's not.
Or you can bring your kids to
work. I can bring my kids to work. It's because your job doesn't care. They don't care to say go home. They don't care to say take some time off. They don't care to say use your PTO. They don't care to say, well, let's give mothers some extra time, what's it called? Some extra PTO or extra vacation time for emergencies like this. They don't care about that. If they did, then more jobs would have family leave and stuff like that. It's not a thing. It's just not a thing. It's not because they care.
In this country, why are we surprised? I literally tweeted, because they were talking about student loan forgiveness and how they were like not gonna allow it to go through. Whatever, girl. Y'all still not getting that money. But anyway, I was thinking about the student loan thing, and I'm like, of course they're not gonna do it. They need us to be in bondage to our student loans to keep us working. Why would I free you and mess up my economic system? Why would I do that? Because if I free you from bondage of debt, right, then you actually have choices. You actually have time to think about, do I really want to do this? Now that I'm no longer surviving, I have time to think about, is this benefiting me or not, right? If I exhaust you, you have no energy to think about anything other than what you're doing right now. A lot of us are surviving, living day to day because of the violent system we live in. Like, everything around us is violence. The food we eat is violent, filled with fillers and things we can't pronounce, and all these things that are harmful to the body. That's violence. And then they want to say that the fix for that violence in the food is to work yourself into a pulp. Go to the gym 3 times a day, work out hard, wear your body down. No, that's violent too. A lot of this diet culture, this workout culture that we have, a lot of it is violent. And we don't know that it's violent until like 30, 40, 50 years down the road when we need, knee replacements or, or we need back surgeries, these kinds of things. Like, there's nothing kind and gentle about America. America is inherently violent. The way that we consume people, like, think about like even music and entertainment and social media and videos on YouTube, like these kinds of, it's violent. We're always about consuming people, taking their vitality, demanding they give everything of themselves. And how dare you open a Patreon? How dare you start a course or whatever? How dare you try to support yourself? Give me your stuff for free.
And that's why
we're so entitled to people, because the system is violent. The system is built off of exploiting people, and we don't know anything else. And so we think everybody else is scamming when they're trying to make a living for themselves. We automatically think that, because how dare you want to make money? No, exploit yourself for free for me. America is inherently violent, exploitative. The culture here is trash. Like the culture, like when they say like America has no culture, no, it does have a culture, and it's a culture of violence and cruelty and harm. It is like, and if you want to deny it, that's on you. I see it clearly. Everybody else feels it. You feel it clearly, because the reason why we are so critical of other people, the reason why we are so unkind to other people, is because of the culture here in America. We don't value life. We don't value other people's health, their wellness. We don't value their soul. We consume them. We consume their soul. And again, America consumes its people. It literally eats its people. It literally consumes its people. It consumes its art, the people's beliefs. Like, It consumes all of us and leaves us an empty shell of a person.
God damn.
All right, we're gonna stop there. Just go watch the rest of her video. It's so good. We've watched it all. So, I believe I watched it all. I'm not sure. But yes, go watch her videos. Go watch all of her videos. It's really good. She has open conversations live all the time. But yeah, so do that. She also has a Patreon. I'm gonna just put her channel, like tag her channel in the description, so you can go click on it from there. But yeah, again, we don't hate America. We just want America to do better. Not just for us, but we have children that will come in the future. We have grandchildren, hopefully, that will come in the future as well.
Nephews,
we have nieces, nephews. I'm sorry, nieces and a nephew. We have sisters, brothers, parents. You know, we just want to make sure that yes, and that's it. Like, we're not asking for it to be like perfect and all rainbows and sunshine, but it doesn't have to be cloudy all the time. Just saying.
And if it's gonna be cloudy, man, I'd rather it be cloudy and we know. You feel me? You're aware of the cloudiness, because a lot of people, they don't even know. They don't even know, man.
All right. Oh, and also she recorded a video for her channel today, and I'll put the link for that in the description as well. So go check that out. Also go follow her on Instagram at Twixxy and it'll all be in the description. My Instagram will also be there, simply Tonii. But yeah. Anyway, like this video, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace, chicken grease.